I really didn't know what to say to all of you here, except that I hide from being a woman, just because in England it's my colour that comes first. But you know, you live with what you live with. I'm a sculptor and I work very physically. I don't design and get men to make the work. So normally I wear overalls and goggles and all the protective clothing needed to weld and grind metal. I love metal. I wanted to tell you about 3 projects that I'm doing, just because my work is centered around making myself visible. And so I have my Ashobi ladies outside here in Swindon, which I'm very pleased that Karen let me air, because otherwise they'd be in a lockup. And they've been shown in all sorts of places, but the main thing is that they were part of a line of work which celebrated Nigerian women and the kit that they wear. You know, I wanted to emphasize that it was a pleasure to see women in different types of attire, especially in London, or to notice it and appreciate it. So that's the line that these women came from. So at the moment I'm showing in Swindon after trying to get a commission here 30 years ago. I'm back. And I'm also showing in Nigeria, except my work has actually been locked up there. And the reason it's been locked up is because I made a memorial to the environmental activist Ken Saro-Wiwa. And this bus had words on it that said, "I accuse the oil companies of practicing genocide against the Ogoni," which is something that Ken said in one of his last interviews. And I come from the Niger Delta, so this is part of my thing. And the bus was in England for about 9 years, travelling to different places. It was in London mostly, but it managed it to Glastonbury and Bristol. And the idea was to just inform people about the plight of the people in the Niger Delta. And we decided a year ago now to send the bus to Nigeria to start a campaign to clean up the Niger Delta. And activists there, who are extremely brave people, were ready to welcome it. And when it arrived at the port, they locked it up, which is just outrageous. Anyway, I've got flyers and things for you, because the idea is to amplify my voice. And my 3rd piece, which I hope to show in Venice, I'm excited about, because it's about the abolition of slavery. And believe it or not, the idea is to be positive about the abolition of slavery and the heritage of slavery. And the piece is called "All the World is Now Richer." I would like it to be a permanent piece in London, but it seems to have gained its own life in that it's touring the richest spots, like Bristol Cathedral, St. Paul's, and the Doge's Palace in Venice. And now it's going to be shown in a palazzo there, which is very exciting. But the main thing is that there were words that went with this sculpture that said, "From our rich ancestral life, we were bought, sold and used, but we were brave, we were strong, we survived. All the world is now richer." And basically it's my aim to show these positive elements, because that makes your life richer. And I'm glad to be part of this program to amplify my voice. Thank you.